Star Wars Episode 2 is basically as bad as The Phantom Menace. I tried pretty hard to figure out which one of these movies is worse, and I'm having a really hard time figuring that out right now. But I think if you held a gun up to my head and made me answer, I'd probably say that this one is marginally better. The Phantom Menace is bad because it's boring, and it doesn't really feel like a real movie, but technically...
Oh, not the reasons, because you thought it was boring.
Oh, Jesus,
okay. I wasn't bored, so what now?
He still thinks that these are, like... We do this a lot with EFAP, but I hate it. We've covered this so many times. Someone says they work it out all with mathematically what a particular thing is. They show the end, and then later on, like an hour later, they reference that ending conclusion in relation to something else. And it's like, oh yeah, that makes total sense, that's great. With these videos, they don't substantiate criticism. They just say, this thing is boring, this is why, and then they show like one thing that's not even supporting it. And then later on, they'll be like, now that we've proven it's boring, I can just reference how it's definitively boring regularly. I was just like, no, you never proved it. You never proved it. Stop saying it. You never proved it.
Did he ever do anything close to qualifying what he means by "doesn't feel like a real movie"?
No,
because people use that expression from time
earlier
to time,
he said,
but I try to qualify.
Earlier he said none of the characters act like real people, or he doesn't believe any of them are real. I think.
Yeah, I would say about 20% of his analysis on, his points were backed up by any actual examples, and a lot of them are Plinkett-based examples. Yeah, 20%. Plinkett-based examples, 20%. That's the thing, though. Each of his examples was already made by Plinkett, which is why I keep saying, "Oh, nice Plinkett review." All
right. Well, as somebody who's never seen Plinkett reviews, or I don't even know who that is, it just seems like
really.
Yeah.
It's okay. Wow. It's okay. She's not Jay. It's fine.
No. It's not. It was like, oh, this is offensive. I just figured like.
Offensive.
I don't know. When it comes to the Star Wars fans, I figure they know exactly about the Plinkett reviews, and they're like actually sick and tired of hearing them referenced.
I keep hearing them referenced. I know it has something to do with Red Letter Media, and every time I've attempted to watch their videos, I'm just bored out of my.
But I love their videos. They're like one of my favorite YouTubers. YouTube groups.
But this thing, bored is fine. It's totally fine. We're not High Top where we tell you you're wrong for that. We're not Cosmo where we go, well, you found it bored. That means it's a bad channel. Boring is such the peak of all subjective feelingsisms. Like I'm just sitting here like, oh my god.
Like it. It's just I've heard that they're a lot different now than they were when they were, an up and coming channel.
I feel like you can use boring. You just have to qualify it very carefully.
But that's the interesting part.
Not hold my attention.
Yeah,
most people don't care about.
Are actually there for.
Yeah, like most people don't care if you found something boring or not. They're curious what you got bored by, and you can probably explain it. Like you can explain something
funny, and they do not captivate my.
I can imagine a lot of reasons why someone might find RLM boring. That's totally fine. Same for Phantom Menace, by the way. You can actually qualify this. You can be like, scenes run on too long for me without high-paced action in them, and I'm not invested in these characters, or I don't understand the conflict, and so I'm bored by it because I don't know what's at stake. These are things that are just like, oh, okay, but unfortunately, a lot of the answers to these things are just going to be like, well, I mean, it seems like you may have misunderstood some stuff then, or you can actually break down scenes and be like, there's action here, here. It's actually well paced or something like that by some weird metric. But just saying it's boring, it's just like, okay. Which, by the way, is not criticism of you describing RLM as boring. That's totally fine.
Oh no, it's fine. I know a lot of people like them. I just don't spend a lot of time. Or before I did the YouTubes, I didn't spend any YouTubes unless something was broken.
Mm-hmm.
I need to figure out how.
If you were to make a video called Every YouTube Reviewer Reviewed, Part 2, Mr. Plinkett, and all you said was he was boring, then yeah, I would be critical of you.
Oh no, I would actually...
And your thumbnail says why he sucks. You'd be like,
Well, no, I don't make videos on other YouTubers.
No, I know. It's all about contextualizing. Like, it's just... The point I'm actually overall trying to make is this video sucks. I don't know if that came through. I think it did.
The point I was trying to make, as somebody that hasn't seen the Plinkett reviews or knows who Plinkett is, just watching this, it just seems like he has a lot of jumbled thoughts, and then trying to put it together doesn't make a lot of sense, and then he never clarifies the points that he's trying to make, and he completely he says one thing, Like the whole thing, oh, none of these characters have any depth. And then, oh, but I like Jar Jar. He was fleshed out. He made sense. But 2 minutes ago, he said, oh, no one in this story is fleshed out. It's like, do you not watch your video all the way through before you post it? And wouldn't anyone, like, if all of us were able to catch that, wouldn't you notice, oh, I contradicted myself? Wouldn't you go back and edit that before you made this video live? I don't know.
To give him the most benefit of the doubt possible, I think maybe he was thinking people wouldn't take, like, they would consider that hyperbole in perhaps the way he meant it to be, but that's very generous.
Wait, what was hyperbole, sorry?
Like him saying nobody has any character traits. Like,
I don't know, he said it like 3 times. It's awkward, and I don't know. Yeah.
Once you figure out the story, it is sort of comprehensible. Then you compare this to Attack of the Clones, where structurally it feels like more of a real movie. The characters have traits, there's a few cute interactions, but nothing the characters do make any sense, and the story...
Nothing they do make any sense.
Hold on a second. Why did he flash up the word make?
He put up makes because he said make.
He said nothing they do make any sense. He sounds like a caveman. But if you put makes, it makes more sense.
Okay.
It no makes
sense.
The
audio.
He popped it up in unfiltered text, and then none of the other words did it, and he wasn't labeling his wording.
Look, he made a mistake when recording. He couldn't be asked to re-record that one line, so instead he threw a subtitle on. Difficult. Look, it's fine. It's fucking fine.
Well, no, I thought he said. I thought I heard him say make and also use the word make on screen. I don't know. I might have misheard. My bad.
You're a bad person.
Is absolute nonsense. But for what it's worth, this movie is way more entertaining to watch because it is just a hot mess. It's probably the worst.
Your argumentation is fucking flooring me. It's probably better than The Phantom Menace, but it's also more entertaining mess, so because it's more nonsense. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Plot in the entire Star Wars.
Right?
I'm really hoping he makes some points we can actually respond to instead of just random observations in a broad sense that usually appeal to emotion.
Saga. To the point where I could spend this whole review just explaining the story and you would fully understand what I mean.
How about you try that? Like, just out of curiosity.
I want to see how that would go.
Give it a shot. Let's see how it goes.
So that's exactly what we're going to do. So the movie starts off and tells us this.
There is unrest in the Galactic Senate. Several thousand solar systems have declared their intentions to leave the Republic.
Okay.
He did it again.
Why are you saying boring? That's interesting. This is a setup for a potential civil war.
I don't know why this is considered boring. The Republic is
I made
splintering.
A groaning sound. Nope, he made a groaning sound. Shut up.
The Galactic Republic is splintering. This is incredibly serious. We're on the edge of a galactic civil war. Like, why is that boring?
Okay, but joking aside, this is supposed to be the main driving force for the plot. These separatists don't want to be part of the Republic. But why not? Well, I hope you are prepared to die with that question in your mind, because this movie is not interested in telling us.
The Senate, because the Senate is... We learned last movie that the Senate really doesn't do a good job at making things work.
Yeah, the...
Even Queen Amidala says that she's lost faith in the Senate's ability to function.
The Senate's bloated and sprawling, so people don't want it anymore. So
if the government doesn't work, yeah, people would want to leave that governing body.
So this is kind of how I think I would do it with him. I'd be like,
I don't understand why this is confusing.
What does it mean that they're leaving the Republic? And he'd be like, what do you mean? And I'm like, so would you say it's concluded from that statement alone that they don't believe in the Republic? Like, yes. You're like, all right. I mean, I don't know that we need the details on what parts of the Republic they don't like and do like, or what policies they think are restrictive, or how much they don't think the Republic gets problems solved fast enough, or what someone else is offering as a union versus the Republic. I don't know that it wouldn't be made better with some of this, perhaps, but I don't know that we need it. Planets separating from the Republic? I feel like that's probably, considering there's thousands, I think there's thousands in the Republic, I can't remember. I feel like there's a good chance that they probably have people seceding from the Republic and joining it semi-regularly. But the idea that you have like many of them doing it at once is very concerning, because if you split the Republic in half, then we start to wonder who's in control of most of the space, you know, and that's what's going to cause war. So yeah, I don't know. Like, do we need to know why the Techno Union left the Republic, but also why the Trade Federation specifically did, but also why the... What are the other factions?
Remember? We need to know all of the thousands.
This is what I mean. I'm like, I don't even know why I want this information. I don't know that I need it.
Maybe go read one of the books or something. Alright, so the rest of the crawl tells us that the Jedi are overwhelmed by the Separatists. But overwhelmed how? The Separatists aren't hurting anybody. There aren't any battle droid attacks at this point. The first thing the Jedi say in this movie...
So there wasn't a war last time, and Jedi had to be sent to do missions.
So the idea is the Jedi are sent to solve disputes. I think that's actually in the opening crawl, the first one, right? And if you've got
in the first episode.
Well, yeah, we literally saw it. But I was going to say, so the idea, if we've got, is it safe to say thousands of planets leaving? Is that in the title crawl? I can't remember.
Well, yeah. If there's thousands of solar system, there's at least one.
Oh, sorry, that's what I mean. Basically, thousands of systems. What I'm trying to highlight is that would mean you get one thing to settle per system, right? Theoretically. How many Jedi are there? Like, I don't think that they can settle all of this. The problem is with the Trade Federation fucking with Naboo. Like, okay, send some Jedi to solve it. Hopefully, we can get that done, and the Republic can operate as per usual. And if you go, okay, we got another 5 examples of this happening right now across 5 different planets. Like, oh shit, send Mace Windu, send Guy who is weird looking, send Big Head Man, and eventually you'll be like, we got no one to send. We're overwhelmed with trying to settle disputes, and everybody's on the cusp of war. At least that's the impression I got from Attack of the Clones.
And then the Senate goes to you, but what about the other 1,000 disputes?
Yeah, and it's like, fucking the Jedi can't do this. There's just not enough numbers.
Well, it's also not all Jedi are the best diplomats. You know, some are there to lead, some are there on. So some of them
don't even want to do that, probably.
Go do that, you know?
Kind of makes me wonder why this is being left up to the Jedi, but
yeah, that's apparently
kind of okay to accept that.
They must have been pretty good at it to have given the Senate a level of trust to that degree, I guess. I don't know.
Completely supplanted any like formal diplomacy on behalf of the Senate itself, rather than that.
Just the movie logic, or can we bring new elements as well?
We gotta stick with the movies if he's gonna stick with the movies.
Yeah, extra stuff is don't count.
Use the book reference 1.
Well, but this is what I mean, he's so fucking confusing, because he brought that up while saying you shouldn't be using bonus stuff, so it's just like, okay. In this video specifically, he's not referenced anything outside of the movie, so we'll just go with that.
Well, if he references EU, then I'm gonna pull that. I'll bring
you don't have to stoop to his level.
It's not stooping to his level if he's gonna use that, you know.
He's a big stooper.
Well, if
I don't want no stoopage.
Validate his points. I'll, use the same EU logic to. I don't know. Could do it.
Is that Dooku and the Separatists aren't violent and they just have different political leanings. So why are the Jedi overwhelmed?
So I guess I'll be the one to do it. You can be overwhelmed in an office job despite there not being war.
No, we needed to see all of those Jedi with sweaty robes, panting, tired. Like, oh, I can't believe it. Oh my goodness, I can't.
I was so overwhelmed at work today. They're like, oh my god, you nearly died? It's like, no. But...
and there's a droid waiting for them with just stacks upon stacks of paperwork. Say, hey, so here's the paperwork from the such and such system leaving. Gotta,
like how you come home from your job and your family's there and you're like, oh man, guys, I was absolutely overwhelmed at work today. It was crazy. It was a madhouse in there. And they're like, yeah, but you look fine now. You don't seem to be in a hurry now.
I've just something been highlighted. He wants to know the ins and outs of why different systems are leaving the Republic, while simultaneously advocating that simpler Star Wars is better.
And he said he'd say it would be boring if we knew.
Yeah, so
he's bored by 2 sentences in the title crawl.
I was gonna say he seems like he got a bit of what is it? Well, I guess that would be ADHD, right? Attention deficit disorder, ADD.
Yeah,
I'm starting to see why he favors the sequels now.
Yeah, those films.
Like he just didn't
fucking
draw
especially
the link.
Especially Rise of Skywalker, man. That film will satisfy the shit out of somebody who's just like, I need action. Boom, 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 boom.
World building there.
Screaming, yelling. Look how much they're yelling.
Like, they fly now.
Saying, like, should there have been? Is he saying there should have been more in the Phantom Menace of, like, just scenes of people in the Senate saying Senate bad?
Yeah, that,
something adjacent
but also
to
less of that because it's really boring. But also characters explaining how they feel to us more.
All right, nice.
Why do we need to create an army? What do you mean by civil unrest? Well, I hope.
Why do we need to create an army?
Okay. Well,
so if you can't.
Let me tell you about this little set of droids that are getting more and more concerning.
Now, you know what Naboo didn't have? It didn't have an army. You literally got invaded in the last episode. I don't know what else. Why do you need an army? Thousands of systems want to leave.
I like that he says, what do you mean by civil unrest? At this point, I'm like, so, okay, what are you looking for? Like, we need to know how they are disagreeing with each other in a civil way, possibly to do with policy. Again, I'm like, why is this not enough for you?
It's just like, did he not study history at all? Like, when... Just go study the American Civil War and everything that led up to that. You don't think that was stressful for all the people that were involved before the war even started? It's like when war is building up and shit's going down. I don't understand.
It doesn't take much.
Yeah.
I just feel like he's being very very mean to the prequels right now. It's like, what does that mean?
I hate him,
what does that mean? What does that? It's like, chill out. A lot of these things you wouldn't want the answers to because you think it's boring.
Yeah, exactly. Star Wars entirely is completely stupid, so who cares?
Prepared to die with these questions in your head because this movie has no interest in telling you why any of these things are happening. But whatever, that shit doesn't matter. We just need Padme in the city so she can get blown up. So in this movie,
What? That seemed like a non sequitur.
She's a senator. Why would she not be where the Senate is? I'm so confused by what is confusing to you.
Am I gonna have to check the script? She says, doesn't she, in that scene why she's back?
Yeah, it does. Doesn't it say in the opening freaking crawl?
She's been asked to come back to try and like help with the shit in the Senate, right? Is that it?
Yeah, let me check the title crawl. Yeah.
I feel like that's one of the last paragraphs. Is that Padme is now a senator and she's on her way back to
she's back for a vote.
Senator.
Oh yeah, she's back for the fucking vote about the army. She's back for the army vote.
Yeah. It's returning to the Galactic
How
Senate
is that not like
creating an army of the Republic to assist the overwhelmed Jedi?
She's one of the biggest proponents against the formation of the army for the Senate, right? That's like her position.
Yep.
How is that like? He's saying it like it's arbitrary.
Against it. That's the whole thing. She would have voted against it. Palpatine manipulates Jar Jar into voting for it.
Yeah, and he gets her out of the city by trying to get her killed and forcing her to go back to Naboo where it's safe. And he also gets to put Anakin next to her, which is part of his goal. Like, this is what I mean. Like, Palpatine's a smart dude. He knows what's up.
He's not an idiot. He has a plan. He does the plan. This overarching idea of what he's doing, it makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
These are not the problems with the prequels.
Exactly.
The prequels have a million problems. It ain't this.
Prepared to die with these questions in your head because this movie has no interest in telling you why any of these things are happening. But
Literally,
that shit doesn't matter. We just need
understand why.
Literally.
He says it doesn't matter if you don't understand it. We just needed to be blown up in the opening. And I'm like, wow. So first of all, if you did understand what was happening, you'd know exactly why she was blown up and why she's here. Like, you simultaneously advocate that there's nothing in terms of like details or explanations for anything, and then you're like, she just blows up for some reason. like yeah,
however, be blown up for whatever reason. If only I would have read the title crawl. Maybe there was information in there.
Why am I a prequel
Rex,
defender?
the title crawl doesn't matter. Didn't you hear the groan?
It's boring. Title crawl.
It had politics in it.
Boo,
Politics are
stinky boo, politics
are
boo,
boring.
boredom, stinky.
I want reasons, but the reasons are boring.
They're not even that.
Give me more Jar Jar.
Senate in it.
Jar Jar was silly. He had he spoke like
was
Jamaican.
silly.
Jamaicans are
He
funny.
was silly. He
Is
made
there
things
one
real.
that
The
I
city, so
actually like, aside from Jar Jar. What does he like? What is a movie that he thinks is close to anything?
I think
That's the thing with his argumentation. I have no idea what he
I
would.
was going to
like
say,
or
it could be
not.
anything. He probably likes all kinds of random things.
He thinks that these are so phenomenally bad, but the sequels are good. Like, what is his standard? Like, what?
That seems so impossible.
Yeah.
How can you walk away with the sequels being good and the prequels being bad?
Because don't you remember when you paying attention? He says if a film makes him feel empty, it's bad. If it doesn't, it's good. Idiot.
I see. Right.
God,
it's that easy.
Follow the cinematic universe that is Cosmo Variety
Hour.
Hour.
You guys out of jobs. It's that simple.
She can get blown
it's
up.
easy.
So
This is easy shit, man.
in this movie, Palpatine is trying to kill Padme, but why? Well,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She wants to vote against. Okay, so Padme wants to vote against the thing that he wants, right? Jar Jar, he can manipulate. She needs Padme would vote against him. Padme doesn't want the thing that he wants. He needs her gone. This is really simple.
Padme served her purpose. She got him on to be the chancellor.
Yep.
Now she's going against him. She's also very popular and she's very vocal, and a lot of people listen to her and respect her. And she is undermining everything that he is trying to accomplish. So he needs her out of the picture. And once they get her to Naboo, the assassination attempt stops. He knows exactly where she is. He doesn't send assassins there because he's like, all right, she's not here. It's fine. You know?
I'm just waiting for like, why do characters wear clothes? Why does gravity exist in this world? You're like, well.
Why do characters wear clothes?
That's what I mean. I'm just about this point. Like, come on, we keep having to explain everything.
All right. So here's my question. Right. If Palpatine needed to have Padme and her relationship with Anakin continue so that he could get Anakin to the dark side, would it not make sense for her to keep Padme alive?
Well, I mean, if the goal for him is to prevent her from blocking his intentions to start up the army, her being dead or her being away are both perfectly good goals. Like those two work out perfectly well. So
but he needs her to be alive to manipulate Anakin.
Well, I'm suggesting that that's a bonus if she doesn't get killed.
I think that's the secondary.
Well, she would have never gotten killed because he knows every plan, every step of the way. He knew she wasn't going to be the one that was on the main ship. He knew that was gonna be a decoy because he's the chancellor and he's from Naboo. I don't know about that. So he had it specifically
I don't know about that, because the implication there then is that he didn't know that Zam was going to be able to kill her or not, when Zam could have done all kinds of things to kill her. In fact, they come close to killing her with the bugs.
Like, and Anakin and Obi-Wan would protect
her. The bug thing was the big thing.
I don't know that Palpatine knew for a fact that she was never going to be killed by those assassins.
I think he was gambling on to test Anakin's strength and to see if Anakin would be able to sense that kind of threat to Padme.
I would just say he's opportunistic, and he just he banked on being like, not only can I get rid of her, but I can push her and Anakin together.
A lot of what he does in the prequels is capitalizing on just opportunities.
Yeah, primary, because if you remember, he's like, we'll watch your career with great interest. I think that his primary goal was power. Secondary goal certainly was Anakin. Because we would all agree, right? Palpatine's out for himself first. Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure. Just check.
It's because Padme is here to vote against creating a military force for the Republic. And I guess Palpatine doesn't really want that because he has his own army and he wants to control it. But the assassination attempts just stop about a third of the way through the movie.
So,
wait,
she's hiding on Naboo, then she moves to Tatooine without the... How would the assassins know? It's literally what Anakin wants to do. Like, what do you mean stop?
What's she gonna do out here?
Also, there would be no reason to kill her anymore because she can't even vote.
Yeah. Oh, she's still alive, I guess, but okay, she's over here and she's been replaced by a complete dolt on the Senate, so still
Like, there's no... Yeah, that's what I mean. In fact, it makes more sense to keep her alive at this point, surely.
Also, did he just answer his own question?
Did he? I don't know.
He's like, Palpatine wants to kill her. Why? And then he gives a reason for why. And like, so you do know the answer.
Let's roll it back, actually.
Congrats.
Well, it's because Padme...
Oh, yeah, he did just... Why did he... Yeah, that's... Okay.
Is here to vote against creating a military force for the Republic. And I guess Palpatine doesn't really want that because he has his own army and he wants to control it. But the assassination attempts just stop about a third of the way through the movie.
As soon as she's not in the Senate, she's no longer a threat.
That argument he just made did not happen yet. That's not until the end of the movie.
Oh. That's a problem.
He's saying Palpatine already had an army. That's at the very end.
Well,
with the clone.
I guess he's referring to the fact that the clones are being... They exist at that point. You could argue that he's just... I'm willing to accept that he's just poorly said what he wanted to say, which was that Palpatine wants to officialize the clones as a Senate's army. Which, yeah, obviously. But I still think it's funny that there's just so many ways you can actually argue that Palpatine wouldn't definitively want her dead while she's at Naboo. There's just no... She's got a representative that he's going to manipulate. There's no reason to kill her anymore.
He doesn't have anything to gain from it anymore, so why bother?
I guess it's so that Anakin and her can hang out more, but then he still has Padme thrown into an arena to be eaten by Pokemon.
Well, I mean, Anakin, her, and Obi-Wan are all in there. In fact, all of the Jedi are about to be fucking exterminated by Count Dooku if not for the clones to arrive, which is probably part of what...
Has no saying in any of that. He's not there.
I was going to say, he's not...
All the Jedi are gone. Worst case scenario... Better luck next
Anakin's
time.
around to corrupt.
Yeah. This is just a win-win.
And also he can use the war to further his desire for more power.
This is the thing about Palpatine. A lot of what he does, you could describe the prequels as win-wins. There's a lot of scenarios he sets up where as long as, well, whatever happens, he'll be able to come out on top.
Well, because if she dies in the arena, he knows Anakin is going to lose his shit. You know? He gets Anakin. If she doesn't die in the arena, then, well... That's but it's like it's a win for him on the dark side, not as Palpatine but as Sidious.
Also, I don't know how relevant this is because of holograms and stuff, but Dooku's definitely aiming to kill Padme to please the Trade Federation. I don't even know that Palpatine's involved in that.
I mean, he tries to get Obi-Wan to join. He says, "By the way, there's a Sith controlling the Senate, yo."
Good old Dooku.
So what's the plan?
When he says Qui-Gon would have seen reason, Qui-Gon might have really entertained the idea. Qui-Gon is
I would fucking kill to have a scene with Liam Neeson, Christopher Lee arguing about whether or not the Galactic Republic is corrupt and should be left. That would be fucking interesting, wouldn't it?
Nerd. But yes, it would be very interesting.
That would have been boring.
Boring. Yell it. Then we'll see.
Give me something consistent. Do you want her dead or not? Oh, don't worry, bro.
You didn't...
Pay attention.
Oh, well. He said it's inconsistent. We're done.
Bro, it's all a part of Palpatine's plan. Can I just say that I fucking hate this way of writing? Oh, let's make it so our villain can predict the future. So then when...
No. No.
Why does he need to be able to predict the future?
That's Revenge
Could he predict the future?
What about this requires, like, that kind of foresight? It's very basic.
It's pretty much what we just established. He creates scenarios, or he pushes people into scenarios where whatever happens as a result, he can capitalize. His ultimate goal... Do you remember fucking... Previously, he described his ultimate goal of taking over the galaxy as simple-minded. It's just like, okay.
He's thinking too small.
But now he's like... He's so smart about all of this, he must be able to see into the future. It's like, yeah, what a simple-minded ability. I don't know, man. Like... so lame.
Anything happens that contradicts information we're given, we can just say, oh, hi.
You haven't highlighted a contradiction yet, so you can't make that claim. Unsubstantiated.
Just because something changes doesn't mean it's contradictory.
To attack the clone.
Fucking Qui-Gon's lightsaber
goal.
isn't always active, and sometimes it is. It's a contradiction. Sometimes characters are angry, and sometimes they're not. Contradiction.
Characters reacting to the situations around them, if that reaction isn't
consistent,
always the same thing, then it's a contradiction.
Yep.
Kind of weird how on one scene they're on Naboo, then on the next they're on Tatooine.
Yeah, contradiction. There's a lot of contradictions, actually, when you think about it.
Yeah.
We could all be really successful YouTubers now.
Yay, it's easy.
We did it.
It's fine, he knew it was gonna happen, see? Oh, he killed the Jedi and took over the galaxy.
Oh my god, the voice he's using doesn't have vocal fry.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Could you keep doing that, please?
Listen to it again. Look.
So our villain can predict the future. So then when anything happens that contradicts information we're given, we can just say, oh, hi, it's fine, he knew it was gonna happen, see? Oh, he killed the Jedi and took over the galaxy. All according to plan.
I love it. Use that voice. It's a bit goofy, but use
that more. It's literally better than the voice you've been using. Yeah, please use this. Please use this new voice.
And just could you tell Joseph Anderson to do the same? That'd be sweet.
No, Joseph Anderson just needs to be electrocuted while he's doing it, just to wake him up.
Joseph Anderson needs to smile. Just once.
He just needs to smile and care a little.
Just once, you know?
But if you line it up piece by piece, it's the biggest fucking joke in the whole series.
So it should be pretty easy to prove, right?
Yeah, keep going.
Do you remember when he said he would be so funny if he just laid out the plot because it's so bad? He like highlighted at one point Padme clearly tries is almost assassinated, and then she isn't at another point, and then she is at another point. Film's broken. It's like, okay. This is testing
primary goals and secondary goals, and they're not real.
Here is Palpatine's entire timeline.
Okay.
First, he supports the Trade Federation so he can control space trade. However, the Jedi shut down the Federation, so he starts a new organization of planets that don't like the Republic. At the same time,
I feel like we...
don't know if he needed to start that. I feel he's just using a naturally occurring Trade Federation.
I feel like he skipped over the actual point of Phantom Menace, not that he was using the Trade Federation to control trade and then he couldn't, so he decided to make separatists. Like, that's not at all what I think happened in Phantom Menace.
I can use this dispute to show how fucked the Senate is.
Yeah, the goal in Phantom Menace, it doesn't fucking... Nothing matters about the Trade Federation. They're not fucking relevant. The whole point is using anything he can to get a vote of no confidence and to shove himself into the Chancellor role. The idea that Cosmo would walk up to Palpatine at the end of Phantom Menace and be like, ha, you lost the Trade Federation. Palpatine would be like,
yeah,
what?
Good.
What?
He didn't lose the
like those guys. Oh, they got
they're still functioning.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, this film establishes that they're still in power, despite everything, which I think is something that they could possibly have added a few more throwaway lines to.
Is a commercial business. That's and it's just run by the... I don't think he understands that. And even in this movie, they make a comment about how Newt Gunray is still the leader.
Yeah.
Even after what happened on Naboo. Did he miss that part?
That's what I mean. Like, even his own assessment of events, the Trade Federation is still in power and still exists. So what do you mean? And Palpatine is still influential over them, clearly.
He's building a secret army. So now he has two armies, an army of clones and an army of robots. Oh, but Padme is going to make things difficult, so he has to kill her. But he messes up and doesn't kill her. But that's okay. He actually wants Anakin to get close to her and fall in love.
We've already been over this, but if you keep just assessing everything in this weird view, then yeah, I guess things look stupider than they actually are. And how can you not do this to the sequels, by the way? The sequels can't make sense. Their plotlines are insane.
Yeah. The sequels are nonsense.
It's just fascinating to me.
It's like they didn't... It looks like a bunch... It really does play out like a bunch of movies where they legit didn't have a plan. And we know they didn't have a plan. But the movies are... It's obvious that they didn't have a plan.
Why does it
feel the lack of plan in each film's successive...
Why does the protagonist, Rey Skywalker, do anything in the sequel trilogy? Why does she ever commit to doing anything? It's like, because it's the right thing to do, by gum.
Very compelling.
Yep.
But then he tries to have her killed anyway, right after that.
You said this already. You've repeated yourself wrongly. Like, what? You're not adding anything to your video. They accuse me of repeating myself all fuck time. They do it more than I do it.
You're really lucky that none of these Pokemon ate her, because then Anakin would just be a good guy.
Oh, yes. Anakin would still be a good guy after slaughtering all of the children in this movie. The fuck?
Yeah, he'd be great.
He'd be in a
cool
great state
dude.
of mind after that. There's no way Palpatine could, start to get close to him after that and, work with that in any way. That's impossible.
No, Anakin, what you did wasn't wrong from a certain point of view.
Yeah, you just move that
Those
scene to here.
children were really
died.
cunts. All right.
The Tusken Raiders really are a rather nasty bunch.
They're really not people.
They're really not people.
Forever, and your plan wouldn't work. So anyway, it doesn't matter. Padme doesn't matter. He unveils both armies at the same time, and he makes them fight each other secretly. And over the next few years, he orchestrates...
Makes them fight each other secretly?
I think that he means that Palpatine was the secret
right.
part of that, not that they were fighting.
He's orchestrating it secretly, okay.
Yeah.
an entire war between two armies that he secretly funded so that people will democratically vote for him to be king of space so that he can end the war that he started with his two
Yes, the war is a means to an end. That's the whole point.
He's highlighting this like it all makes no sense. And I'm like, what are you missing? Like,
emergency powers in wartime.
Yeah, that's why it's like, it's a very, very real thing.
Has enormous precedent.
Armies, and then as king of space, he kills all the Jedi and gets rid of both armies. And then he rules for like 20-ish years, and then Anakin throws him in a hole and he dies.
Idiot. Who's gonna stop him then?
I don't understand where the problem is. It's like...
He gets to be the king of space!
Paramilitary peacekeepers are gone, Army 1 is gone, Army 2 is completely subservient to him. Now what? I think he's the king of space.
Yeah, it seems like it all fucking was a great idea.
There are so many holes in that plan.
Three.
Right.
Name three. Name three.
Name three.
That I don't even have time to break it all down.
Oh,
you
just...
I don't even have time.
Yeah,
I would rather...
He doesn't have time. What's stopping him from having that kind of time?
I would rather
Seriously,
repeat over and over again that it has problems instead of telling you what those problems are. It's like, okay.
Like,
what was the point of this?
Upload a very long time, my friend.
This is part 2 of his every Star Wars movie reviewed. You have enough time to review every Star Wars movie, but not explain the glaring supposed plot holes of this aspect of Episode 2? What is more important than
this? There's just no fucking time, lads. There's just no fucking time.
Why not?
There's no time when this is the critique equivalent of a hamster running in a wheel.
It's like, why not just make each one apart? You can dedicate all the time you want.
This should be an insanely important part of this video to explain the massive plot holes about Palpatine's plan and the creation of the army. And you don't have time for it? You've got 45 minutes to talk about other stupid bullshit.
Didn't he specifically say he was going to run through the plot? That's something he said he would do? What was that? When he said that, was he referring to the 10 seconds he just did? It's like, oh boy. I'm flawed. This is a very popular YouTuber. This is his best video. Help.
Don't have time to go over it right now. Subscribe
it would take
to my
an entire
Patreon.
I don't
video.
have time to talk about the plot
Whoa.
review.
Guys, he said it would take an entire video.
Whoa! That's what this video is, right?
No, this video is why 3 are bad, not why 1 is bad. God, Rags.
Okay. Oh.
People saying Gadelb. Alright. What should I Gadelb specifically? The
Didn't we? He said we don't have time to go over it. We already did that.
Just say reviewing the movie in this review would take too much time.
Yeah, I will definitely mention, but it would take its own entire video. Can you imagine? Whoa. A video specifically for one movie? Crazy. Just crazy. Couldn't take it myself.
Actually be better for the story if you told me he couldn't predict the fucking future. Because this plan reads like it's made by someone who can't.
No, Palpatine can predict the future. One of his powers.
Well, no, he can like fucking guess at influencing and pushing around things, but the films are never explicit that he can literally like predict the future.
That's one of his force powers, is that he can see.
Where does it say that?
In the OG. I have foreseen it.
I have foreseen it?
But he's wrong.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's just implying that's one of his things. The future is always changing.
He can see the future wrong. I have that power.
Palpatine's deep into some modal logic. He can foresee possible world futures.
Oh, me too.
Always in motion, the future is. That's what Yoda says. You can see one aspect of what one future could be, but
that's not a power.
It's not reliable.
Powers the Jedi and the Sith.
That aspect, being able to see a possible future out of all the alternatives, that's not a power.
Well, we can't do it. Only Jedi
can. I can see many possibilities for how this stream ends. Which one is going to happen? I don't fucking know, but I can see many possibilities.
You assuming that that's what's going to happen. It's not having like a Jedi.
I'm not assuming.
Then
in about an hour, we will go over super chats. Ooh!
Oh, think of all the possibilities. Oh, it might be the one I want.
I'm willing, like the idea that they have like a forced sort of meditation. They can sort of see, pieces of dialogue, characters committing to certain actions in different ways in certain play. Like I can believe that, but it's not going to be clear enough to be able to be like, this will happen at this time on this day.
Doesn't seem very helpful. It never happens.
But what I'm trying to advocate for is that Cosmonaut is saying he must be able to see the future to be able to commit to these actions, when I'm like, whatever future he can see wouldn't be able to get him guarantees of anything.
He does just fine without, even if he can't see the future, I think his plan's perfectly robust.
Yeah.
If anything, it makes him more kind of intimidating that he can't see the future. He's just really smart and clever.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like he's just that good.
Kind of cheapens his cunning if he could see the future.
Yeah.
It's not the most fair example ever, but imagine if Frank Underwood and House of Cards could just see the future in bits and pieces.
Yeah, I feel like as a device for storytelling, it's not gonna, I would rather just advocate that he made a lot of informed choices and he relied on his knowledge of how people behave. I'm not, like I said, I'm not against intuition heightened to a certain level with Jedi and Sith, that they can detect certain things and have certain influence, but I'm not agreeing with Cosmonaut that he can look into the future in a fucking program or some mirror. You know what I mean? It's not that amazing.
Well, is that what Cosmonaut is trying to say? Because that is one of the traits of Jedi and Sith.
Well, he's trying to use it as a criticism anyway.
See things before they happen. That's what Qui-Gon even says in Episode 1.
Even if they don't happen?
Yeah, the future is always in motion, just like Yoda says.
That's not very useful then.
No, that's just something that they do. Sometimes it helps them. Okay, if Anakin would have never seen Padme dying, do you think he would have still acted the way he was acting in Revenge of the Sith? Probably not.
It's useful to the plot, not to him. It's useful to the plot, but not to him.
Exactly. So sometimes it's a disadvantage to see the possible future. That's why Yoda was trying to tell him the future is always in motion. Don't, invest all of your time and energy on this future that could possibly not happen.
This is a really shitty power.
Well, there's a lot of things in the Force that, may not be
some
the most
would
helpful.
say is unnatural.
After thousands of years and all the failed things that happen, I'd be like, Yoda, maybe relax. Maybe we shouldn't be putting all of our confidence in these potential future visions, because they seem to be really sketchy.